Abby here from Twist Me Pretty and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be learning how to Dutch braid. It is a part of my basic braid series and it's just come to my attention that many of you who watch this channel still don't know how to Dutch braid and I'm not okay with it. So it has become my personal mission to teach you guys how to do this braid. It's the braid, it's my favorite braid. It's a really trendy braid right now. It's the braid that kind of pops off your head. I'm gonna teach you how to do it and you're gonna learn. So I hope you guys are excited about that. Subscribe below so that you don't miss any future videos and let's jump into it. We're gonna start off by doing a little accent braid right here. I think that's just the easiest way to learn. So a couple tips. First, I want you to watch me do it and become familiar with the steps. And then I want you to practice along with me. And I don't want you to watch me and I don't want you to look in the mirror because I feel like those things make it a little bit backwards and sometimes confusing. So just watch me do it this first time. I am gonna take a section of hair right next to my part. Let me zoom in. We're gonna divide it into 3 equal sections. And we're gonna do a regular braid, except we're braiding these outer strands under the middle. The strand closest to my face is gonna go under the middle strand. And then the strand that's furthest from my face is gonna go under the middle strand, your basic braid. Now I'm gonna curl my pinky around the top strand and then my middle finger around the middle strand, and then I'm gonna hold the front strand with my index finger and my thumb. And I have a free hand to use. So I'm gonna gather a little section right from the front and add it to the strand that my index finger and my thumb are holding. And now we're gonna braid that strand. We're gonna hold it with the front hand and we're gonna braid it under the middle strand. And now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna curl our pinky around this front strand, curl our middle finger around the middle strand, and hold the top strand with our index finger and our thumb. And now I'm gonna use my free hand to gather another little section of hair. And I like to use my index finger to kind of get me a nice part right there. We're just gonna combine it, make sure that it's smooth, and then braid it under the middle section. And now we are holding all 3 sections in our top hand. And I have some tape-in extensions. I'm doing a review on them. You can start adding your clip-in extensions right here if you want to, or you don't even need them because you can just fluff the braid out and make it look really big too. So now we're gonna take our front hand and add in a new section of hair to the front strand, and we're gonna braid it under the middle. And then we're gonna curl our pinky finger around the front strand, our middle finger around the middle strand, and we're gonna hold this top strand with our thumb and our index finger. And then we're gonna gather a new section of hair, kind of get a clean part with the help of your other index finger. Smooth this section out, and we're gonna braid it under the middle section. And see how fast I get at just curling it's just kind of a natural movement for me now at this point. My pinky finger wraps around the top strand, my middle finger wraps around the middle strand, that's easy to remember, and then the bottom strand is held by my thumb and my index finger. And I'm just gonna add in a new section of hair. I'm gonna braid it under the middle strand, and then I'm gonna curl my pinky, middle, index finger, thumb on the top strand. We're gonna add in a new section of hair. Use this index finger to kind of help get a clean part, a clean line, and then we're gonna braid it under the middle strand. And then I don't even pull this tail all the way through. I just immediately wrap my pinky around that strand, my middle finger around the middle strand, and then my index finger and my thumb hold onto that front strand, and then I kind of drop those and smooth them out. Then I'm gonna do it one more time. So I'm gonna add in a new section of hair to the front strand, braid it under the middle, curl my pinky around the front strand, the middle strand, my middle finger, and then the top strand is being held by my index finger and my thumb. We're gonna add in just one last piece. I like to go to about as far as my part is, you know, so that it kind of lays nice. smooth out this section, braid it under the middle, immediately wrap your pinky, middle, index finger, and thumb. So from here, kind of where I get to like my eyebrow line, my temple, that area, because I want this hair left down, at least for this accent braid. Now I'm just going to do a regular braid, so I'm not adding any more sections of hair into this braid. And now, because my arms are really tired, I'm just gonna move the hand that was furthest from my face, kind of in front of my face, and I'm just gonna regather those sections. And now the top strand is gonna go under the middle, the bottom strand is gonna go under the middle, and we're just doing a regular braid all the way down. Now what I love so much about the Dutch braid is that it just pops off the head. You can see all the texture and dimension, all the colors in your hair. So I'm going to hold this braid fairly tight right here, and I'm just going to lightly, like really gently tug and pull on these sections. You don't want to do it too much or you're going to pull them all out or get too many flyaways. You're just going to be ever so gentle to tug and pull on those sections so that you get this big fluffy braid. See that? And now you can go all the way down. Tie it off with a clear elastic. And you are finished. So this braid right here has a little bit smaller sections, but if you guys want a chunkier braid, just go ahead and take larger pieces throughout, kind of like I did in this braid here. And now I want you guys to go back and do it along with me. Don't watch me, don't look in the mirror, just listen to my voice, listen to the steps, and just practice. And then I'm just gonna keep on braiding to show you guys how I get that big old fluffy side braid, since we're almost there anyway. So now I'm gonna take a section from this side, and you're gonna see my tape and extensions, so just ignore those. I'm gonna gather that whole section. So now that it's nice and smooth, I'm gonna combine it with the top piece, braid it under the middle, and then we're gonna take another section from the front, braid it under the middle, and then we're gonna gather another section. And these ones are pretty big, so see, I went from here to here, so I'm pretty much taking this entire section of hair right now. And you're gonna wanna smooth this one down as well. And then we're just gonna continue these steps all the way down. So I would have kept it real time, but I didn't want the video to be like an hour long. So I sped it up just a little bit. But the trick is to keep tension on those strands so that they're nice and tight, and then smooth out any bubbles as you go. When you reach the nape of your neck, you can go ahead and reposition your hands. By this point, they are getting pretty tired, and then we're just gonna do a 3-strand braid all the way to the ends. And then before I actually tie it off, I'm just gonna clip it off like this, and I'm gonna fix any of the bubbles, or if you can see any extensions. And if you have any shorter layers up here, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take a bobby pin and kind of smooth the hair over. And before you fluff it out, you're just gonna pin right next to the seam of that braid. Now I tend to leave like these few stitches alone because if I pull them out too much, the braid's gonna fall out. So I'm pulling the back sections first. And the goal here really is to just stretch that braid out and make it look really full and voluminous. This is honestly my favorite part of the Dutch braid. There is so much satisfaction in just growing this braid. If you have really fine hair though and your sections are falling out, go ahead and snag some air grip spray from Kenra, or Orb has a great texturizing spray. Even dry shampoo will help add texture to the hair. And then you're just gonna tie it off with a clear elastic and keep on spreading that braid until you feel like the pieces are just almost ready to fall out. So here is the final look of the Dutch side braid. This is definitely more of a level 2, so make sure to get that accent braid down before you kind of move on to something a little bit more challenging. But please let me know in the comments below where you're still struggling or if you got it. Did you guys get it? I really want to know if I taught you well. So yeah, don't forget that you can subscribe to my channel by clicking here, or you can find my basic braid playlist right here. You can also find me on Instagram at twistmepretty. I do more lifestyle stuff over there, and on my blog at twistmepretty.com. So I enjoyed hanging out with you guys today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!